Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and today I want to take a look at a bunch of free stuff available right now. There's a couple of Steam titles available with Dracula 4 and 5 Special Steam Edition. The game isn't the best, however, it is a freebie, so I thought I'd mention that. The Epic Game Store freebies are quite good with Costume Quest and Soma, both Halloween thematic games. I know we're past Halloween at this point, but nonetheless, those games are very nice freebies. We've got a Generation Zero free weekend running right now, as well as a Gremlins Inc. free weekend. We'll highlight that Steam is also running a good sale with the XSeed publisher sale, and Humble has got a 2K publisher sale as well, so a lot of good stuff there. I'll cover the sales at the end of this video. First up, free right now on Steam is Dracula 4 and 5 Special Edition. It'll be free until 7 p.m. today, so you have to take advantage of this as soon as possible. I'm not saying it's imperative that you get this because it's not like this is the best game in the world. It's an adventure point-and-click puzzle game, mixed reception on Steam that's 65% positive, a cargo ship carrying a valuable collection of artwork for the Metropolitan Museum of Art sinks. A few months later, one of the paintings resurface. Will you be able to solve the mystery of the dragon? The game notes, back at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, Ellen Cross finally unveils the Dracula portrait that she's brought back from Istanbul. This highly prized work is unfortunately stolen during its first night in New York. While tracking the thief, Ellen discovers new information about the Shadow of the Dragon, the mysterious brotherhood that infamous Vlad Tepes might have been affiliated with. The game notes unique puzzles to solve, high-definition graphics and movies. I don't know about that one. Original interactive inventory system allowing you to combine and create new items, captivating atmospheric sound effects, and a spellbinding original soundtrack. Again, the game is free until 7 p.m. today, so by the time this video is uploaded, you're only gonna have a couple of hours to take advantage of it, so do that as soon as possible. Alright, moving on from that, the Epic Game Store freebies are really good this week. Costume Quest is a freebie, as well as Soma. Costume Quest is a very charming turn-based RPG that's very thematic for the Halloween time. I know we just passed Halloween, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but it's a Halloween adventure from Tim Schafer's Double Fine Productions, and it's a charming RPG. Choose your hero and trick-or-treat through 3 beautiful environments full of Double Fine humor and story. Complete quests, build your party, and collect costumes along the way that allow you to transform into powerful champions and take down the evil. The heroic holiday tale will capture the imaginations of kids and kids at heart. The game was discounted on Steam for the Halloween period as well. I believe it was down to $2.50, but as a freebie on the Epic Game Store, definitely should check that out. Another Halloween-themed title, this one being a full-fledged horror game, is Soma. Soma is by Frictional Games, the same guys that brought you Amnesia, and I thought Soma was a tremendous game. It's light on the gameplay. It's more about building a compelling atmosphere and really investing you into the world of the game, and it does that very, very well. The visuals are great, and the light gameplay that is there really does accentuate the qualities that the game goes for. Again, it's incredibly atmospheric, really positive reception on Steam, overwhelmingly positive, and that's based on 15,606 user reviews. 95% of those reviews were positive, 84 on Metacritic. Again, visually looks really good, and if you want a horror game that really gets you invested into the game, that's an element that a lot of horror games do miss out on. Soma has that in spades, and I would highly recommend it. Frictional really outdid themselves with that one. This one is a few years old. It released 4 years ago. However, I believe it holds up really well, so I would give that a strong recommendation. If you don't want to drop the $30 on Steam, again, right now, you can get it as a freebie on the Epic Game Store. Definitely a free title I would check out. I know a lot of you guys don't take advantage of all of the EGS freebies for whatever reason, but this week, I do think it's quite good. And as far as what next week's offerings are gonna be, let's check that real quick. You will get Nuclear Throne and Ruiner. Ruiner is actually a pretty cool little title. I'm not really sure about Nuclear Throne, but we will look into that game come November 7th. For now, Soma and Costume Quest are available as freebies. Alright, also a couple of free weekends on Steam right now. Generation Zero is enjoying a free weekend, and how about this? This is a game that Avalanche has remained mostly committed to after it got a pretty mixed reception at launch. I would say pretty negative reception based on a lot of different factors, but it seems like they've dropped a lot of updates, and the game is free for the weekend to play. The game's premise is so interesting. It welcomes you to 1980s Sweden. The local population has disappeared and hostile machines roam the streets. Explore the atmospheric open world as you attempt to survive, prepare to strike back, and start unraveling the mystery. Play alone or together with up to 3 friends as you discover ways to defeat gigantic machines. And it's such a unique and interesting game. It's something I didn't expect Avalanche was going to do, and I was really hoping for the best out of this because I really want Avalanche to establish themselves as one of the better studios in gaming. Unfortunately, Generation Zero did have a pretty lukewarm reception at launch. However, as I mentioned, they have remained committed to the game. They've dropped a lot of updates. They just dropped the Rivals update. They had some Halloween content as well, and actually, the recent reviews for Generation Zero are much better, mostly positive, and that's based on 110 user reviews, 78% positive. That's still not absolutely fantastic, but definitely better than where it was sitting at. Hopefully the game continues to make improvements. And check the game out with a couple of friends. You might find some fun in it. It is 20% off for $19.99. So they have discounted the game. I don't recall what the game launched at as far as the price is concerned. I believe it was $29.99, but I might be wrong about that. So relatively cheap as well. Check out the free weekend, see if you like it, and hey, maybe you'll even want to pick it up. Also, I do want to note that Gremlins Inc. is enjoying a free weekend right now. Don't know much about this, but it is a strategy board game. Another multiplayer title. It's touted to be an intense strategy board game in a steampunk world of corrupt capitalist gremlins who compete for money, political power, and prestige. Save and invest, steal and extort, arrest and get arrested in single player and multiplayer with ranks and ladders, team mode, and spectator mode. Game had a really good reception, 75 on Metacritic, very positive reviews on Steam, 86% positive based on 3,280 Steam user reviews. It's also severely discounted, 75% off for $374 if you do want to own the game, but another free weekend there. Alright, lastly, I do want to cover a couple of great sales that are going on right now. Steam has got an XSeed publisher sale. I believe they are enjoying their 15th anniversary. Yeah, they were established back in November of 2004, so they've discounted a lot of their titles. What I mainly want to note is the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 are both discounted. Cold Steel 1 is 40% off for $24, while Cold Steel 2 is 30% off for $28. I think very highly of the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. I think these games are phenomenal JRPGs. If you're into JRPGs, you should absolutely play them. I've gushed about these games quite a bit, but from a storytelling standpoint, character development standpoint, I don't know about any game, literally not even just in the JRPG landscape, but games in general. Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel does it as good as any other game you'll play. Now, obviously, it does have that Japanese aesthetic. It does have some Japanese tropes, so if you're just looking to get into JRPGs, I do think you can have some fun with it, but just be mindful of the fact that some of those tropes are definitely present in Trails of Cold Steel. Trails in the Sky is also on sale. I believe Trails in the Sky 1 is down to $9.99, while Trails in the Sky 3 is only 25% off for $22.49. That doesn't go on sale all too often, but nonetheless, that's on sale as well. And the games do have some crossover, but you can go into Trails of Cold Steel standalone. You just want to play Cold Steel 1, then go to Cold Steel 2. Hopefully we get Cold Steel 3 on PC at some point. That just dropped on PS4. I imagine a PC release will be happening at some point, but I did want to highlight those deals. And lastly, did want to note that Humble is running a 2K publisher sale. Not a ton of notable deals as a part of this one. They've got some Borderlands 3 discounts. Borderlands 3 Deluxe Edition is down to $64, while the Super Deluxe Edition is $90. Obviously, EGS keys here, so I know some of you guys are waiting for the Steam release on that, but nonetheless thought I'd mention it. BioShock The Collection is probably the highlighted deal, 75% off for $15. That includes BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite. Great deal as far as that's concerned, and those are great games as well. I don't know if we're ever going to see another BioShock title, but hey, you might as well appreciate the trilogy that did come out. I thought they were all great games. BioShock Infinite was probably my favorite, followed by BioShock 1 and then BioShock 2. BioShock 2 is still a great game, just not quite at the level of 1 or Infinite. Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition down to $8.79, not bad on that. Handsome Collection is $19.79. Game of the Year Edition for Borderlands 1 is $20.09. That's kind of expensive. Don't really know if I'd be all over that. Civilization 6 is down to $18. The Digital Deluxe Edition for that is $20, and they do have the expansions on sale as well with Rise and Fall and Gathering Storm. Hopefully at some point they release a complete edition for Civilization 6, because to get all the content, that is quite expensive. And honestly, at this point, Civilization 5 might be the route to go if you want your Civ fix. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, a ton of free stuff available right now with Dracula 4 and 5 Special Steam Edition, Soma as a freebie on EGS, as is Costume Quest. Those are some great Halloween and horror themed titles. Costume Quest, of course, you're not going to be scared off by that game, but a charming game nonetheless, and kind of timely given we just passed Halloween. Generation Zero free weekend on that. Gremlins Inc. free weekend. XSeed's got a great publisher sale on Steam, and 2K Games has got a great publisher sale on Humble as well. That's going to conclude this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button, so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.